Hey, y'all, you listen to the Gary Owen podcast. Hashtag GetSome. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Owen with the GetSome podcast. As always, you can listen to this on iTunes. Just search Gary Owen, hashtag GetSome, or go to YouTube, youtube.com/Gary Owen.com. That's youtube.com/Gary Owen.com. Thank you to everyone in Columbus, Ohio for coming out last weekend. We sold out 8 shows.
Woo!
Thank you. Packed houses. And then this week, I'm at Cache Creek Casino in Brooks, California. That's about an hour outside of Sacramento. That's Cache Creek Casino. Now, my wife's with me this week. What did I used to call Cache Creek Casino?
Cache.
Cache. It didn't make any sense.
No. And he also used to say instead of KMEL, he said, I'm going to be, the first time he was doing KMEL, he said, I'm doing Camel.
No. That is the hip hop station in Oakland, California.
Yeah.
It's KMEL, but I used to call it K-Mel.
Yes.
I was like, Kenny, I'm doing K-Mel.
Yes.
She goes, it's KMEL. I go, oh, I thought it was K-Mel. Then the Cache Creek Casino. It's Cache Creek, but they spell it C-A-C-H-E. So I thought it was Cache.
Right.
It's Cache Creek.
And for those Target shoppers, it could be Cache Creek.
Cache Creek.
Cache Creek.
I've always like that. I've always like, remember that Eddie, it was like Eddie something song. It was, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue and then we'll take it higher. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Well, I used to go like this. I thought it went, we're gonna rock, don't do delay, Chicago Newton. Everybody's like, what are you saying? I was like, what? I thought it was like Jamaican.
Oh, I make up so many words to songs.
What about, okay, this one that got me, my roommate when I was in the Navy told me this. Remember this song? And I miss you like the deserts miss the rain.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the girl was saying, and I miss you like the desert's mystery. My roommate goes, what are you talking about? Like, the desert's mysterious.
Oh.
That's what I thought he was talking about. Okay, so I had a cool moment in Columbus over the weekend. Fans are just amazing sometimes, the things they do. One, I got this one fan, and she always comes and she brings her crew with her. She always sits in the front, which is a lot of pressure because if I'm in Cincinnati, Dayton, or Columbus, she comes and she buys her tickets, VIP tickets, sits in the front. And I always see her, she'll have a bag, like a gift bag, right? And I know she's got gifts for me. She's always got gifts. And she came this past week, sat in the front of Columbus. And it's a lot of pressure because now I'm thinking, oh, she just saw me like 3 months ago. Mm-hmm. I don't have a whole new hour. So whenever I see her, I got to put a lot of pressure on myself to have some new jokes. But this week she sat in the front. And then afterwards, she comes over to the meet and greet. And she's got a big chocolate bunny, Reese Cup bunny, the pound one. She gave me $100 gift card to Starbucks, a $50 gift card to Skyline. Then she gave me all this chapstick because she listened to my podcast and I talk about I need chapstick. I mean, she brought me every chapstick.
Is she a white fan? Is that
white lady? Oh, you love white ladies. And what else? Wow. She got me chapstick, and then she got me a Yeti. She had a custom made one.
Yeti. Isn't a Yeti a microphone?
No, Yeti keeps the drinks cool or the drinks hot. Oh. Yetis.
And
it's a small one, but she had it custom made and it says something and it's one of my jokes. I think she quoted on it. And I didn't want to take it out of the package.
Sweet.
Because I didn't want to.
Nice.
I didn't want to completely open it and then get it scratched up. So it's still in the package. So I'll really look at it when I get home today.
Oh, thank you, fan.
Man, that was dope. She's always dope though. And then she sent me she sent me a message saying, I'll see you in Dayton this summer. I'm like, gotta come up with new shit.
But you always come up with new shit.
Yeah, but there's a lot of pressure when they in the front. And then they wearing a t-shirt and you still doing that hook joke. Like I got a joke. I got a joke called Doing What I Do. And I got another joke that white cracker bread is the punchline to the joke. And I got t-shirts made that I sell after my shows. And she'll show up and be wearing the t-shirt. I go, oh shit, I was going to do that joke tonight, but I don't want to do it. And she's wearing the t-shirt. You know what I mean?
That's very sweet.
But the cooler, you got something?
Well, I was just going to say that fan is like a girlfriend. I mean, she knew all of your favorites.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
She listens.
That was very sweet.
Yeah. She listened to the podcast. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, she always gets me a Starbucks gift card too. Every time. Every time.
That was
she's had t-shirts made for me. Like when we moved to California, she got me the Skyline t-shirt for Ohio. And then she got me one that said Owen, no S. I always do that. Yeah. She always gets me good gifts.
Super sweet.
Right. And then, but the cooler thing that happened was, this lady came, and I remember her and her son coming last year. And I don't want to say cooler, just like, you never know as a stand-up. You just try to tell jokes, but you don't know when you connect with certain people for whatever reason.
Right.
So this lady comes, and she sent me a message on Facebook, and she said she came last year with her son, and since then, her son passed away of a heroin overdose. But she said even when he was going through his addiction and just at his low points, she said she'd catch him listening to my jokes and my bits on YouTube, and she'd catch him laughing. And it was just like a little snippet of almost like he's still in there going battling that addiction. But he passed away, so she came. And she sent me a message, not a message, but I befriended her on Facebook. Yes. And I'm very selective with who my friends are on Facebook. My fan page
you asked her, will you be my friend?
No, she asked me. Oh. But I probably get a couple hundred a day for my personal page. My fan page, anybody can join. That's if you're looking for my fan page, it's just facebook.com/Gary Owen. That's just my Facebook. My personal page, I don't know how people find it, but I only got like 1,700, and I bet you 1,000 of them are people I grew up with and from Cincinnati around the areas. But I befriended her, and she had said she made a post on her page, so it came up on my timeline that my annual trip to see Gary Owen, and she goes, "It's been rough lately, but I can't wait to finally laugh to see my favorite comic." And then she came up to me and told me who she was, and of course, when she said it, I recognized her. Hey, we just had a cool moment. Just gave her a big hug, but that was cool too, because you just think you're telling jokes, but then sometimes you realize they're really resonating with people, you know? And it's funny on stage too. I was talking about, I do this joke about, it was a good weekend. Good weekend. I do a joke about, it's a brief joke about cerebral palsy in my act. It's real quick. But I was thinking, it's funny how you do a joke like that, and you're just I keep waiting for people to send me a message that they were offended. But I found a way to get around it in my act now when I talk about cerebral palsy.
Okay.
What?
I'm just
You wouldn't do it?
You know me though. So let me just tell you. The difference, Gary goes on, he ventures out. Like he will push the envelope. I'll push the envelope so far. So would I ever tell a cerebral palsy joke? Probably not. But I don't talk about really ugly babies either. I just don't do it. Do you know what I mean?
By the way, all babies are ugly?
No.
When they're newborn, yes, they are. Look like fucking aliens.
No.
I tell everybody,
ours did, but no.
Everybody's did.
Just for like 3 days. Don't get it wrong. They got cute, but at first,
but when you first come out of somebody's pussy, I mean that is traumatic.
Every time I'm on this show, you just drag me down to the gutter. I swear.
Can you imagine coming out of a pussy?
Stop
You're gonna be swollen, got his placenta on you and shit. There's no such thing as a cute newborn.
It's fine unless they have to use the forceps to pull you out, and then your head is shaped like a cone. So Austin had to have forceps.
Our oldest, not your oldest, our oldest.
Yeah, our oldest together. So
yeah, motherfucker looked like a goddamn alien.
So I said, can we quickly put a hat on him? Because, I love him. He is mine. But I was shocked of how unattractive he was. I just wasn't expecting that. But that's okay. It worked itself out. But
man, that motherfucker. Austin I was like this. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Can we test him?
Yeah. What? Oh,
he was slow.
Oh.
There was a lot. He had the skinniest neck and his big ass head, and he kept looking like he was trying to detach his head from his body.
And it looked like his lip. He had a very heavy lip.
Man, that motherfucker was.
It's all come together now, but he had a very heavy lip.
That first week was touch and go. I was like this. Good Lord, what is wrong with our son? And then it was funny because I've told the story before, but Nia Long had her son right in the room right next door to us, and we didn't know it.
Was her son cuter?
Yeah, as a newborn, for sure. Now, her son and Austin are both good-looking young men now, but he was an average looking newborn. He was still some shit wrong with him because he was newborn.
Yes.
But her baby daddy and me were both getting our son's baths at the same time. We both got our cameras out.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, damn, my son's going to be a model. I was like, a baby foot model? I ain't know you ain't talking about his head. Well, I was looking at both our kids like, oh my God. It just, man, don't listen, any parent out there, please do not post pictures on Facebook, Instagram of your newborn. Give it a couple weeks before you post any pictures. And don't do this. I hate this. Isn't he the cutest baby ever? No. Our baby's the cutest baby. If you got a baby or you've had a baby, that baby's the cutest baby once they come in their own. Yours isn't. And
you'll know yours isn't because they'll say, God bless him, or he is so precious, or he looked just like you, or he looked just like his daddy. If they don't say, yes, he is the cutest, or he is cute, or he's so pretty, he ain't the cutest and he ain't the prettiest.
Don't post no newborn. I hate it when people do too much, man. They post it right after when they still got all that debris from the stomach on their face and shit. That's disgusting, man. Don't be showing them newborn. What the hell was we talking about?
I don't know.
I completely forgot.
Random shit.
What was we talking about?
Your weekend, you're awesome. You got fucking awesome fans.
Something else though. We got on a tirade about these babies.
Oh,
cerebral palsy.
Oh.
So I had a cerebral palsy joke, but I found a way to disarm it. Because I address it in the room when I do, and it's a quick bit about cerebral palsy, and I'm really making fun of myself. I'm not going to say the bit, but I really make fun of myself. But when I do it, I always say like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I don't want somebody in the back of the room going, my cousin Gerald's got cerebral palsy, motherfucker. I'm not talking about your cousin Gerald. I don't know Gerald. There's always that one person be offended for no reason, you know? But it's funny, like, it's funny because I'll do that joke, and I'll get the crowd laughing, and then I'll do another joke that I'll talk about a celebrity, and the crowd will go, oh! And I go, so the cerebral palsy shit was fine, but don't talk about Jussie Smollett. Okay, got it. That makes sense. Yeah, he's innocent, you know? So you, now I will say, you got something you want to talk about, but before we get to that, I got sidetracked from my schedule. I just signed my deal, June 7th in San Antonio. I'm filming my next hour special for Showtime. You act like you didn't know.
Oh, well, the kingdom doesn't know. The kingdom doesn't know.
Tickets aren't on sale yet. So great. Now you got people looking, they ain't there. But they go on sale this week. It's at the Empire Theater. And man, I'm excited.
And San Antonio is a fun city, so you can really make a weekend of it.
Yeah.
If you don't live there and you're looking for something.
But I like it when you get a date, because then you get locked in as a comedian. Once you have a tangible date, then my brain kicks in like, okay, time to get this hour tight. When you're just up there like waiting to see if you got a special or when it's coming, you're just on stage rambling. Now it's like I'm all locked. Like I'm like this, okay.
Locked, loaded, ready to go.
Okay. And then oh my God, you're sitting in the back.
You're so rude.
And then April 11th, I signed another filming, DeMarcus Cousins of the Golden State Warriors. He's kind of trying to take over what Shaq did. Shaq had the Shaq All-Stars. Well, DeMarcus is now putting his own money up, and they got me with Mike Epps. I guess I'm gonna be the last comic, the headliner, I guess. But Epps is hosting, and then they got a bunch of other funny comics on it, but he's going to do like almost like a new Shaq All-Star deal. But he's going to do it in Oakland at the Paramount on April 11th. So we just signed that deal.
Oh, that's a great theater.
So it's funny how you go from...
Is he from Oakland or he just plays there?
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Relax.
Sorry.
It's funny how you go from no tape-ins and you're like, I got all this material I want to get out there. And then you get back-to-back. That's just how this business is. Like last year when I got that pilot that didn't get picked up, and at the same time, Will Packer called me to be in the movie Little. And I was like, what are the chances? All year, I basically did 2 major TV tape-ins, and I had to make a decision because Little and this pilot that didn't get picked up that I shot, they filmed at the same time. I was like, dude, there's 365 days in the year. Why did I get the same 4 days that I was filming the different things? I had to make a decision. So now Little's coming out, and I text Will. I go, could you please stop promoting it? It looks really good. It's pissing me off that the movie looks so good.
Did you see your part? Okay.
Not in the trailer. But
Okay.
trust, if I would have filmed it, it would have been the trailer.
Oh.
So I would have brought it.
You know what? Seriously, like no jokes, you would have.
Oh yeah, without question.
Yeah.
I always say when the people don't hire me, they made a mistake.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Yeah.
I don't care if I was going over for Django. I'd have been like, they hired Jamie Foxx? I would have played a way better Django. That was a mistake.
That's what you call
I
confidence.
should have went out for Amistad. Why would they hire him? I could have easily got everybody off that ship.
What about Brokeback Mountain?
I could have played that. I could have played that.
You could have played that
Hell
single.
Yeah. Me and Jake still be hanging out.
Oh, you could have played a single. I couldn't get past it.
I've been single.
I don't know. Yes. Yes.
Well, Vern kissed me. I had a,
What? Who?
when I did college, the movie College. Vern
Who's Vern?
Troyer. Rest in
Oh.
peace, man. Vern fucking
small-
planted. Yeah, he planted that
How would
fucking.
it get to your face? You had to
Because
pick
I was
him up.
bear cat, he was bear kitten, and in the scene, he didn't tell anybody, a fucker, and he grabbed my face and just fucking
Enough.
planted one on me.
Enough. I'm about to throw up right now. Please.
What?
Enough of that story. This is another example of people talking too much. I didn't want to hear that.
It was
I
in
didn't
the
even need to know
movie.
that. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe
Really?
I
You didn't
see
watch
the-
it?
Sorry.
It was in the movie.
Did I lie and say I watched?
No, at the end, when they do the bloopers, it comes on at the end when he kissed me.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got really soft lips.
Oh,
Tiny.
stop it. Is he even still alive?
No, he passed away.
God rest his
I miss
soul.
him, man. That was my dude. Wait, I'll tell you a funny story about me and Vern, man. When we shot the movie College in New Orleans, one night we went out. We got a little liquored up on Bourbon Street one night, just letting loose because we were on we were shooting like 6 days a week because we only had like 6 weeks to get that whole movie done, and so we were working a lot. And I remember the one night we got off, and the whole bunch of us went out, and I stole his cart, his little scooter. And I didn't know he really needed it to get around. So I go, all right, Vern, see you back at the hotel. And I literally rolled that motherfucker back to the hotel, which
terrible.
is like a half a mile away. And then I realized somebody goes, yo, he really needs that. I go, oh shit. So I ride it back and Vern just sitting on Bourbon Street. Hey, asshole.
Oh my God.
He's just sitting there, this little man.
Oh my
just,
God. I'm not laughing at
Hey,
that.
asshole.
That's so mean.
Vern was the best. He was the best. We went to, now you might not know this. We're on Bourbon and we walked into a strip club one night. Because, everything on Bourbon's free. So you don't know whether you're walking into a bar.
Oh,
or a strip
nigga,
club.
you know. Oh, sorry. You know.
I love it when you call me that, by the way.
Sorry.
Thank
You know when you walk into a strip club.
you. Okay, so we walked
Okay.
into one. It was a white one, so I wasn't tempted. So those girls picked up Vern like he was a lollipop.
Aren't they very thick and heavy?
Who?
Like smaller people. Small people. What do you
No, Vern
little
was
people?
really small, though. Like you see people and they're bigger in person and then
Yeah.
they're smaller in person. Vern's smaller in person.
Oh.
Like he was smaller than I thought. And then he's so little and light, like you could really lift him up.
Oh,
Like
really?
boom. And those strippers was passing Vern around like literally a Tootsie Pop.
Or were they like
"Mwah."
totally naked?
No, not like that. No. I mean the one on lap dance, but the ones passing Vern around wasn't.
Oh.
No. And I was just like,
Did you have a lap dance?
No, I don't like lap dances.
Oh.
I don't like that shit, man.
Oh.
Motherfuckers be, I've gotten a couple in my early days and you smell like cocoa butter and fucking weed and Hennessy and shit. I was like this, no. And then they're fucking grinding on you. You don't know what juices they got coming out. Fuck that. I don't want those lap dance. Literally like, and I told you this when I've worked in Atlanta in the past, I'll literally, and people think I'm lying, I'll go to Magic City at like noon to get the shrimp platter. There ain't no strippers in there, like one stripper, and you see the girls warming up, stretching and shit. And I'm literally just like, I just want some shrimp to go.
Well, I do hear a strip club has the best music and the best food. So I do hear that a lot.
Yeah. Some of them, a couple in Atlanta got some really good food.
Yeah. I went to a strip club once.
Once?
Yeah. It was, she was a bit too aggressive for me. So, and I had like a button down shirt. I had a button down shirt.
Wow, I wonder
on.
why she approached you.
And
Monster tits over here.
she told me she had just had, I don't know what it is about me and people telling their life stories. She told me she had just had a baby, maybe like 5 months ago. She wasn't into women, but she would make an exception for me. It was so much, I just couldn't process it. And it's one thing if they're like on stage and dancing. Oh, okay. I don't even want male strippers to get close in my space. Don't touch me. I don't want to be like sharing like skin to skin. I didn't like it at all.
You was like that when we started fucking.
What?
You didn't want to share skin to skin. I was like, damn, girl. I'm just kidding.
How was we fucking?
Let me get on top. I don't want to touch you. It was just pussy dick. I'm just kidding.
No, but I do think before you start fucking, you should kind of notice people's hygiene. So if they're going to the bathroom, they're not washing their hands, or they're cooking and they're not washing their hands, or they always got some pee stain someplace.
Now, what was the one
that may not be a dick you want to suck. I'm sorry.
What was the one thing you noticed about me? You've always talked about this.
I thought Gary was too neat.
Nah, I'm a super wiper. When I talk about taking a shit,
Gary,
I'll use a half a roll.
So much toilet paper in the house. I mean, if your ass is that dirty, to me, you need a shower. Gary goes through toilet. I mean, seriously, like a roll of toilet paper, maybe 2.5 days. I can make a roll of toilet paper. You only need like six little squares. I mean, you don't need.
What do you call it? I saw skid marks. Okay, when I was 11 years old, and it fucking scarred me. I was at a place called Barkay Lake, somewhere in Indiana, and you're a little kid, all of us cousins and shit. They had like open showers, and you're 10, 11, you ain't paying no attention. Man, one of my cousins put his damn white tighty whities over the shower. And I was like, what the fuck is that nasty shit? Motherfucker had a fucking streak down the crack of his ass where the Fruit of the Looms was. And I was like, that's disgusting. Never again. I am proud to say I had the cleanest asshole in the country.
Well, I'm just saying, if it costs us an extra $40 a month in toilet paper for you to keep it clean, I appreciate it. So
and you'd be like this, you still in there? I still got a speck.
I just never seen
I got to wipe, and that motherfucker looks like I didn't wipe.
This is no exaggeration about this toilet paper situation.
No, when I wipe, I gotta make sure the last wipe ain't nothing on that piece of paper. Nothing. I can't stand that shit.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Man, then when I was in the Navy, we caught some skid marks too. I was like, what the fuck, guys?
Oh.
That shit was, because in the Navy, everything's white. Your t-shirts are white, your underwear is white, like all your underclothes are white, and everybody has the same underclothes. And here's how you do your laundry. You put all your dirty clothes in this white mesh bag, and you tie it up, and literally everybody you just lay it in front of your bunk, and then they pick it up, and everybody washes it together. And he'd be like, you get so mad, because I'm like, some of these motherfuckers shitty ass underwear in the washer with mine. I used to literally be like this.
How do you get yours back?
You're marked. Everything's stenciled. You have a stencil, and you stencil your name whenever. Dude, the first couple of girls I messed with, it was weird because I still had my Navy underwear on.
Yeah.
So I dropped my pants, and it had Owen, and it's C161, and then it had my social one. I go, all my fucking info is on my underwear right now.
What?
I didn't buy new underwear.
So how many pairs of underwear? I bet you guys, this is random shit that y'all didn't know. How many pairs of underwear do they give you? Like 7?
No, I don't know. No. I don't remember. But it was like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5. I don't know. You just wash them and then you get them back. But it's like
just think though, that is somebody's job to label people's underwear.
No, you do it yourself.
How do you?
You have a stencil. When I was in, you stenciled it. You had the stencil marker, and you had a stencil with the letters on it, and you had to just mark in your stencil. Everybody stenciled their own shit.
Oh, got it.
So you stencil it. But there's a couple girls that I messed with early on in my life that when I dropped my pants, they had all my info. Oh, that's your birthday? You're a Leo? Oh, your middle initial's S? Oh, you're with the Church of Christ? That was my religion. They put everything on your drawers. Like, it was just like this. And I never bought new underwear because I was like, why? Funny. You know what I mean? I was like, I got underwear. I didn't realize until I dropped my drawers. Somebody goes, what is on your drawers? Like, oh shit, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm in the military.
If you were a girl with bad credit, you'd probably be trying to stake out the guy in the club that you think may have some good credit because you know all his shit is on. You don't even gotta like have a second date when he. No. I was lying. I didn't tell girls I was in the Navy. I told one girl. You did too. They saw your drawers.
I know what I'm saying. I told one girl I played football at Texas A&M, and she bought it. She goes, what are you doing here? I said, just off season. I was at Subway and I met her. She's from Sweden. Yeah.
Did you like her accent?
Huh?
That was
it was
cool.
And then it was funny because we were we didn't have sex or anything, but we were making out in the back of my buddy's car, and we was taking her home. She was a nanny. So she had moved to DC. A lot of nanny is big business in DC because you got a lot of diplomats and politicians.
And I think you can make like 6 figures.
And you probably get to fuck the old politicians too while you're there, because most of the nannies are young and attractive. But this girl, I was like this.
Mistake number 1.
It was cold. It was freezing. So we're in the back, and I just literally, I don't know why my hand was on her leg, and I rubbed it, and she had smooth legs.
I've been rubbing my arms because they're so smooth.
Let me get done with this story. I don't know what you're going with right now, but let me get done with this story.
I've just been rubbing them. Dude, watch the tape.
Dude, your ADHD is on 10 right now.
Listen.
So hold on, I don't want to forget the story.
Okay.
So I asked her, I was like, so I was like, Europe. I said, I didn't know if European girls shaved or not. She goes, yeah, we shave. And I go, do you shave everything? And she like literally was talking about her pussy. And she goes, oh no, I don't shave that. It gets cold in the winter. Yeah, that was way better than what you was talking about with your arm.
No, but I'm so smooth. Seriously.
Follow that. Not shaving your pussy, girl from Sweden.
Well, I do.
Now, sit down, clown.
Okay. I did.
Okay, I just want to talk about too. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I didn't listen to podcasts till I got mine, right? And then now I'm like addicted. Like I'll be in the gym, listen to podcasts. Honestly, my favorite is probably Joe Rogan's, and not every episode, because some episodes he'll have a guest on that I just don't. You don't
connect.
I don't connect with that guest, but sometimes he'll have the best ones. So he had one with a comedian, Andrew Schultz. And I've never met Andrew Schultz, but I know he's a white guy and he's tapped in with the black community because he's got a podcast with Charlemagne. And then I know he went on the road with Lil Duval too, because Duval had his little Instagram story and Andrew was with him on the road. But they brought up the state of stand-up and sitcoms, and Andrew did something interesting. And sometimes it's nice to hear another comic's journey because it refocuses you. And I listened to this 3-hour podcast. In one clip, I couldn't turn it off, and my juices just started flowing afterwards because Andrew got told no by everybody. He got told no by Netflix, Showtime, HBO, Comedy Central. They said no, we don't want to do your special, basically, for whatever reason. And you hear my frustrations when I don't get it. I don't voice it to the public like fuck Netflix, fuck HBO. You get it in the bedroom, but I don't voice it like that. But he just did it himself. He said, I had my web guy and my camera crew, and I went to his YouTube page and he put his entire special on YouTube, and then he broke it up into clips, and it was good. Like the filming quality was amazing. And I was like, I like guys that fucking just take control of their own careers. But then they really talked about the state of stand-up right now, where you're in a position to really control your own narrative because you can put all your material out there. I don't get guys that hold on their material for so long, and then by the time it gets out there, it's dated. If you got a good topic, man, put it on YouTube and get it out there. And then they talked about sitcoms, and he goes, and literally they was like, sitcoms are dead right now because you can't name 3 sitcoms on the air right now, like new ones.
I don't know.
Nothing. And then when you watch them, they're so watered down because you got network execs and advertisers, and by the time it gets to air, it's not what it could have been. That's why the Carmichael show was like, they talked about it being critically acclaimed and all that, but I watched every now and then, but you can't tell me your favorite Carmichael episode. And and now Lil Rel's got his, and it's the same thing when you got the audience and the laugh tracks, and it's almost like ba-dum-bum-bum, boom. You know what I mean? Because now you got shit on Showtime and HBO and Netflix. You got some raw ass shit out there. Well,
especially when it comes to the dialogue. I think.
Yeah, it's very staged now.
Yeah.
We're used to and that's why reality TV really took off. And Joe Rogan said it. He said Fear Factor was the beginning of the end of sitcoms because Fear Factor came in on a network, NBC, and it was reality TV, and it was like that got higher ratings than the sitcoms. And then all the other, Bravo and VH1, they start doing reality TV. And I said it a while back. I go, dude, you could be the 3rd lead in a sitcom that's on for 8 years. I go, and somebody that was on one season of Love and Hip Hop will have more fans and be more famous than you are. Because people aren't watching sitcoms like that anymore. Well, I agree with that.
Well, I think if they would allow a sitcom to be itself without all of the
Chiefs in the kitchen, right?
Exactly.
Chefs in the kitchen. I'm sorry,
right.
Chiefs in the kitchen. Chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, you can't say this. You can't. I mean, everything. So they take so much away that it's just not as enjoyable.
Remember, even when we had our reality show, remember I got baptized and I moonwalked out of the whirlpool, and one exec at BET was like, "That's offensive."
Okay, so
and I was like, "Moonwalking after you get saved?" I was showing my joy for getting saved, and they go, "No, that's offensive to black people." I go, the church was all black.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was offended by that.
Yeah,
and I pride myself on, I do a lot of racial humor. And I know how far to push the envelope without going too far and without being offensive. Like I know how black people tick. You know, I'm around them every day. So I know what's going to be offensive, what's not. So when somebody says that's going to be offensive, I go, no, it ain't. No, it's not. I wouldn't do it if it was offensive. I just wouldn't.
But not only that, I think when it comes to offensive language, I think a lot of it also has to do with tone and intention.
Not with language. Moonwalking out of a damn.
No. I'm just saying when it comes to your racial humor, or the jokes that you tell, I don't think anybody watching you or knows your comedy thinks it ever comes from a bad place.
Listen, there ain't nothing better than a good racial joke. Everybody tells them at work, on the job, whether you're at FedEx, you're in an NFL locker room, you're in prison. It ain't nothing better than good racial joke, as long as you're not being malicious about it. If there's a malicious intent, yeah, but you know when it's malicious or when it isn't. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's why to this day you can look at an episode of The Jeffersons, you can look at an episode of Archie Bunker being black and still laugh.
And Chappelle's Show.
And Chappelle's Show.
Because it wasn't being malicious.
Right.
That's our
but
job
it was
as
smart.
comedians.
You know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm never offended when I hear some of the shit that is coming out of Archie Bunker's mouth.
I'm
even
not offended
in
by
2019.
Nothing. No comedian's nothing. You know? But they did, and Joe Rogan made a good point. He goes, 20 years ago with stand-up, there were guys like putting 7-minute bits together just to get a sitcom. But they weren't really on the road doing stand-up. The goal was to get a sitcom. You weren't really a stand-up. And he said people came at him when he did a Fear Factor. There were comics like, how could you do that? How could you do reality TV? Because you're taking jobs away from comics that are writing on sitcoms. And Rogan was like, no, if you're a comic, you're a comic. That's your job, is to go out there and tell jokes to people. It's not to write on a sitcom. At the core, you're a comic. So if you stop doing it for whatever reason, you're not a real comic, And the only exception to that is Eddie Murphy. But I think Eddie Murphy he had two of the greatest specials of all time, Delirious and Raw, at such a young age. And then he got so busy, like movie. I mean, he just stopped.
Yeah.
That's the only exception. But
what was his last? But did he come back and do it?
Raw was the last one.
Oh.
With the blue leather suit.
Delirious, I don't know. If I were Eddie Murphy, I wouldn't even think about coming back. It would be just what it is. How do you top Raw?
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, like Martin came back. He's out there on the road again.
Yeah, but he's hosting. Has he done a special?
No, but I'm saying that's still, he's on stage.
Yeah.
And no matter you're hosting or what, you're still on stage.
Well, okay, so I was speaking in terms of the specials. So Eddie Murphy definitely could come back and host or, be on stage. I just don't think Eddie Murphy should ever try to produce or make or create something, another hour special, because it is just hard to believe that anything could ever top what he's already done.
Well, and that was a point Joe and Andrew were making. It's not about the specials. It's not about getting on TV or movies. It's just about getting on stage and killing. There ain't no feeling. And once you get it, once you are stand up and you get on stage and you kill, you're just like, whoa. That is why I never did drugs. That is my drug. That first time I got laughs like that, I was like, ain't nothing could top this. I mean, you can't explain it. And that's when you get that as a stand-up, you want to talk about that. And then Andrew was talking about just a creative process of, he just likes creating. Before, he was looking to get the specials to validate him. Now it's about just creating. But I agree and disagree, because there still ain't nothing like getting a special and then the anticipation of it airing. It's one thing to put something on YouTube. YouTube, you put up there and then you're looking to see if it gets views and if it resonates with people and you're looking at the comments. But when you get a special, you're just like, you're so geeked because you feel like you accomplished something. I put this hour together and now I get to, it's on air. There's still nothing like that feeling, whether it's HBO, Showtime, Netflix, whatever. It's just a cool feeling.
I wonder, so for you, we've been together over 20 years, but so I still get like butterflies when you do something.
Oh, really? I don't.
Just until I hear the first laugh. I still do. And then my other question is, do you think these comedy writers really just want to stay behind this? Like, you write your own stuff, and a lot of people write their own stuff, but a lot of people also have writers. Do you think the comedy writers for stand-ups, do you think they really want to be stand-up themselves, or you think that they're really happy just being writers?
That's kind of a blanket. It's kind of a blanket. You're putting everybody under the same umbrella. I don't know. I know some really funny stand-ups that got into writing, and I've seen stand-ups when I start.
Not that way. Writers, do you think that they really, so like backup dancers, do backup dancers really want to be not backup dancers, backup singers. What do you call them? Your background or whatever.
Backup singers.
Okay, backup singers. Do they really want to be backup singers? Do they just enjoy being supportive? Or do they really want to be in the front as the front singer, the headliner, or whatever you call it?
I think that's, if you ask 100 backup singers, you'll get 100 different answers.
I don't think so. I think if you're a backup singer, you want to be her, but it doesn't resonate. It doesn't mean you're not talented, but for some reason you don't have it, whether it's confidence or just the it. But I think most backup singers want to be the main person in charge, calling the shots.
Maybe. I don't know music. I don't know.
What do you think about other comics that are like being openers and features?
Comics? No. If you're
just happy being that?
But I mean, there are people that just want to be around stand-up. Like, they are happy being in the loop.
Yeah.
Whether it's writing, whether it's acting, whether it's being an opener host. There's some people just like the business of stand-up. And honestly, stand-up's a really easy profession to get content. You can get content. And I've had issues with road managers. I've had issues with my openers where they get content and they don't push themselves, or they're not on their job anymore.
Does that mean they're not writing?
Brad, my road manager now, I fired him 3 times because he got content. But he comes back and now he's just on his job. It's taken a couple firings, but Brad is like, and he's very trustworthy.
Very trustworthy.
You're around
and persistent. So Brad gets a job for being persistent.
I wasn't done talking.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Some of these stories will kind of long.
You gotta relax just a minute, okay?
Right.
I mean, I love you, but you gotta let me finish.
How much do you love me?
Did you hear me? Let me finish your thoughts.
Oh.
I didn't chime in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, hold up, Lister. Go ahead, talk about that. My apologies. My apologies to the kingdom.
You're still talking.
Oh, sorry.
Slow it down, baby. Come on.
I'm gonna just back up away from the
My
microphone.
God, what did you drink this morning? I know you don't do drugs, but I swear you took a line of Coke.
No, I didn't. I flew all night and I didn't sleep on the plane because I was watching Green Book again. And
I forgot what we was talking about.
Well, no, you're talking about Brad and
let me get this Brad thought out. Okay, let me get this Brad thought out. All right. Brad, you're doing a good job. All right, go ahead, Kenya. Take over the podcast.
Well, Brad was persistent. Well, Brad was very persistent. So, he gets something for that.
We got to work on our chemistry, clearly.
Oh, we got good chemistry.
I love you, but man, you have cut me off.
I got some shit I want to talk about.
You have cut me off a lot this episode.
I really do.
And I got some shit. You can always say when you cut me off because I looked to the right.
Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. All right. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a Brad story.
All right.
And Brad is his name starts with a B and ends with a D.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
All right. Go ahead, Kenny. You had something you wanted to talk about.
I do. First of all, so yesterday.
Oh, let me talk.
Wait, this bitch. All right. So first of all, I want to talk about flying because I just flew in. We took an overnight flight, and so while we were waiting, I was talking to one of the flight attendants that was getting on the plane. Do you know she couldn't swim? And I know that's crazy. Like, what do you care? But I thought all flight attendants had to know how to swim in case you have to evacuate. But what I realized is that this heifer cannot help us. I know how to swim, and Kennedy knows how to swim, so we were fine.
Kennedy's our daughter.
Yeah, our daughter. And so I thought that was really interesting. And secondly, I have an issue with bin space. So I want to be the first in line to get the bin space. It's crazy. Stop it.
I hate flying with you. Let me just say, if the flight attendant can't swim, it don't matter. Y'all gonna be dead anyways. When that plane goes down, nobody living.
Okay,
let me ask you this.
I'm living. Okay.
Let me ask you this.
If it go down, are you trying to help me?
Let me see this. They always say use the seats as flotation devices.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a plane crash and see somebody hanging onto their seat because they lived? That is the most pointless fucking flotation.
I still watch those films.
If that plane hits the ground like that, you dead.
Okay. I want to be prepared.
That flight, you're going to be like this. She can't swim. She dead.
Stop it. Stop it.
All them swim lessons was pointless. She's dead.
Stop it.
All right. Go ahead. Finish with your bin space.
Okay. I like to have bin space right over my seat. And so if you try to board late or you know what I mean? And because I got a seat, the bin space is gone. So last night we got there a little bit late because Kennedy just had to have a sandwich. So guess what? We did not have bin space over our seats. We had to go across the aisle for the bin space. It's not a big deal, but it's a big deal to me. I just want to share that. Remember what I was telling you about the bin space? The bin space is important to me.
Yo, my Brad story was way better.
It was. That story was so much better in my head.
Oh my God. I like this. There. You sound like a neurotic, crazy motherfucker on the plane.
I'm just saying a bin space is very important to me.
My thing with bin space is, you know, I don't know what the big deal is about being in row 1 and not having to have your bag. If you want no leg room. Oh, no. What?
I do not want to be in the bulkhead either. I want to have my purse. No, what I'm saying is I
don't get what the big deal is. Like, you know, it'd be like, your bag has to be in the bin.
Yeah.
Where if you're in row 2, 3, 4, 5, any other row but the first row, you can put your bag underneath your seat.
Yes.
Well, row 1, you don't have anywhere to put it. And you can't put them like this. Who can look, if the plane crashes, we're fucking dead.
Okay.
So does it matter that my backpack is in front of my knees? Who made that dumbass rule?
I think I don't know, but I don't like the bulkhead either because the TV is too far away and it's, you know, still kind of small and you cannot have your purse in case you want to reach down and pull a little something out. I don't like the bulkheads either.
Let me tell you what I don't like.
What?
I don't like the motherfucker that before you take off, he leans the seat all the way back. You're like, damn, bitch, can you wait till we leave?
Right.
And it never fails. When I tell you I fly every week, I'll look around me, everybody's sitting up. The one motherfucker leans the seat all the way back and the one person in front of me. Right off the bat, I'm like, God damn, dude.
I think that's just, first of all, just selfish.
Dude, I'm always conscious. Like, I look behind me, and if I leave my seat back, I'll wait till they fall asleep. And I'll put it back slow. I don't do it all in one swoop.
Oh, you don't?
It's a progressive pink. By the time we an hour in, I'm all the way back. But I did it in like 15-minute increments. I don't like the motherfuckers just press that button on their armrest and just. I'm like, damn, bitch. So then you gotta lean your TV this way to get an angle.
Yeah, no. So as soon as we hit 10,000 miles, I go back slowly. Whereas Kennedy last night, when we hit 10,000, she flew her seat back.
I can see that. Kennedy don't give a fuck.
She don't give none.
And my daughter.
Zero.
My daughter, she's one of them heavy-handed people. Like, it's just that weight.
Like, she should be a softball player. Like that. Like, she has that kind of strength.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you that my pet peeve of flying is, and I hate to sound bougie and shit, but, okay, so I fly first, right? I don't like when motherfuckers come up and use our bathroom.
Are you serious?
They come out of coach. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, your bathroom is in the back. Don't be using the bathroom up here. Should have paid for a first class seat, motherfucker. I hate it when they come up. Now I got to piss and I'm looking at them like, now I got to wear this. And if I walk in and that motherfucker stinks, I'm going to that coach ass shit with your coach turds.
Well, okay, so we flew.
I'm sorry, but I think that in my brain.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Oh, you fucking coach turd motherfucker. And I'm not, don't be looking at me like, I'm too good for people. I flew coach for 15 years straight.
Well, we always fly coach, but first, but we can't get first
coach
for a long
15 years.
Yeah, but now we're flying first, and if we can't get into first, then I will go to economy comfort. And if I'm in economy comfort, I do go to the bathroom in first.
See, I'll be looking at you like this. The fuck you doing?
You want me to walk all the way to the back of the plane?
Yeah. Be looking at you like this. The fuck you doing? It's first class.
Well,
bathroom.
when I come out of the bathroom, I want people to know I washed my hands, so I still have the paper towel.
I do that. I'll be walking out like that.
I want people to know
I
wash
do that.
my hands.
I'll be like this.
Okay.
Every time I come to the bathroom, I'll be like,
yeah, I do want people to know. Because last night, this morning we got off the plane, we went to the restroom, and do you know a lady walked out, like youngish, like 30, walked out of the bathroom without washing her hands. Me and the woman next to me was a white woman, but that doesn't matter. We both yelled, disgusting. That is so disgusting. We could not believe it.
I'm sorry, I was reading the text. What'd you say?
What the fuck? And if I get on my phone, it's like the end of all ends. I don't know if that's
my
the
manager.
same.
She texted me. So
I don't care.
What was your story about washing hands?
I don't know. Shit, I'd like to wash my hands. whatever.
So you talking so much, you don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I just like to wash my hands. Okay, so secondly, I got some.
You had something you want to talk about.
I do.
Totally don't let you forget the college admissions ladies.
Yes,
Full House.
Cheaters. Okay, so I do want to talk about this because so
Watch
Felicity.
how I let you talk.
Okay, well you're not now. Felicity Huffman. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's right.
Okay, she and there are like I think 16 other people, and Lori Loughlin. Laughlin from Full House. You remember her from Full House? And she has like a really sweet, I would never do anything wrong face if you ever really looked at her. Felicity, on the other hand, looks like she could be involved in some stuff. But they have paid and cheated their kids' way into college. Do you know what a dumbass you must think your child is to be paying Lori from Full House paid $500,000. Felicity paid like $15,000. So you really think you have some dumb ass kids? But this is what I was thinking on the I don't know. Did you guys? I wasn't shocked because I had seen Forrest Gump. Remember when his mother slept with the principal? Remember when in Forrest Gump the mother slept with the principal?
Yeah.
And I think this has been going on in every aspect. If you have a kid that's in sports. You had daddy ball when they're like real young and one of the fathers is a coach. His son, if it's basketball in our case, is always a point guard. Then it grows.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
played on the team. That kid sucked.
Right. So I think it's always about who you know. It's about just privilege. And privilege can be anything. If your daddy is a coach, you are privileged in the fact that he probably going to give you a good spot.
I ain't mad at that.
And so then you get to high school where you start to buy buildings and you start to give to the funds, and all of that is a wink, wink, whether I want my kid to have certain classes, certain teachers, a certain position. I want him to be on the team. I don't even care if he plays on the team. So this is like an ongoing thing. What really pisses me off. So when you get up to, college, people are buying buildings and all that kind of stuff. The thing that pisses me off about it is if they have lied about their ethnicity so they could get some affirmative action credibility. I was really shocked about that. I didn't know someone would take it that far because it seems like you would find out.
Just look at them.
Right.
You're not black.
But yeah, and I think all the kids should be kicked out. I don't care if you knew about it or not. You knew your parents was up to something because somebody mentioned it. You know who I think is not a victim is William H. Macy. I don't think he really knew.
Just letting you talk, baby.
Oh, okay. So anyways.
That's 3 minutes straight. I ain't say shit.
All right. So anyways, what I'm saying is this is going on. And I don't think it's about a white thing or a black thing. I really do just think it's about wealth and privilege. If you got the money to spend it or to give somebody a little something to get what you want, then that's what you do.
I think it's everything. I think it's a bunch to do about nothing. I think it's nepotism is in every line of work.
True.
Every aspect of society, nepotism is there.
Yes.
Shit, my dad worked for FedEx. He got people hired at FedEx because he knew them. He vouched for them. That's what you do. You vouch for people.
Right.
So if you got a little extra cash, you want to get your kids into college. I'm really not upset with them. I'm more like they just trying to give their kids a better life than they had, and they had the resources to do it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't think it's that. Fuck. They got a good life. I mean, if you are able to donate $500 million to a school, that ain't your last $500 million. So I don't really think it's that. I just think they knew that the kids are dumb.
Let me tell you something. If I'm the dean of the college, you're going to give me a little kickback like this. They in.
And the other thing is, I don't know.
You better give me $500,000. Oh, guess what? Your kid's getting straight A's. That's crazy. They can't even talk.
I don't know. And I don't know if it's like
if you're
something I wouldn't have done. I don't know. If I had dumbasses, maybe I would have paid too. I don't know.
Let me tell you this. Now, my high school, Talawanda High School, Oxford, Ohio, small country redneck. Dude, I tried to get every, okay, like Jackson Hayes is at University of Texas right now, right? Played at Moeller. Good kid, probably going to be a top 10 pick. I begged his parents, send him to Talawanda. Please, he'd have a statue right now. I literally texted his mom. I said, you fucked up. Jackson Hayes should have went to Talawanda High School. He'd have a fucking statue from that school right now. I told him I would pick him up and I'll take him. I would love to have some of these athletes at these all boys Catholic schools to go to my little podunk country high school. It happens in every aspect. Remember a couple years ago, talking about Cincinnati reference, there was a school in Cincinnati called North College Hill, and they had O.J. Mayo, Bill Walker. They literally had two guys that went to the NBA. They went to this school just because they just magically appeared there when their coach got hired. Whoa, how'd that happen? That was random. You guys just all ended up here together. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is, man.
Right.
You look at it, 9 times out of 10, these all boys Catholic high schools, they recruiting as they should. You know, even with these public schools now and AAU basketball, it doesn't stop. It just happens, man. People got money, people got connections. They're gonna try to set their kids up to be successful in life, and that's what these ladies was doing. They was using their white privilege and their money to get it done. And and let me tell you, 9 out of 10, the same people that are bitching and moaning would have did the same thing for their kids if they had the resources.
But see, I'm not so bothered by it because I don't think my kids. No offense to my children. I don't know if they could have got into they can get into Stanford or Yale without me paying somebody. Just tell you the truth.
Or sexual favors. Don't do that. I'd rather you pay. Sorry.
Okay. So maybe I'm not so much bothered by it. But this
dick.
Well,
what the fuck? Okay. I was wondering why I got that Yale hoodie.
All honors. Okay. But so anyways, that's what I think. I just think just don't be surprised of it. You know, when you guys was in your 20s, when you were standing in line, you guys remember going to the club, standing in line, and then the bouncer comes and pull you to the front.
Hookup. It's all the
exactly.
Hookup.
That's what I
remember they made the big deal about Peter Warrick when he was at Florida State, and him and I think it was Ron Dugan's other wide receiver. They went to Dillard's, and the girl recognized him, and she gave him like all these clothes are like 80% off.
Oh, I remember that story.
And they act like Peter Warrick was some thief and some thug. I was literally like, that's the hookup. Motherfucker, you're supposed to do that with the star athletes. They supposed to get in the club. They supposed to get discounts. That's what they do. You know, I enjoy watching them on TV, and if they play for my team, I root for them. Yeah, the motherfuckers ain't paying. I'm gonna give you the hookup. Yeah, if you're at Frisch's, give him a fucking buddy boy. Hook him up. Put some extra ham on that motherfucking sandwich.
Right. So I think my point is
the hookup.
It's not about color. It's just really about wealth and privilege.
But are you mad? Let me tell you something. Okay, so being white women with a lot of money, it's so easy to say white privilege. But what I really think, it's just two women looking out for their kids, trying to give them every advantage they can. And I'm like this. It's just is what it is. You would do the same for your kids if you had the ability to. You really would if it was your kids and you felt like I could get them into the school, but I got to pay a little extra and all that. Yeah, you're going to do it. Now you got people saying, well, since they did, my kid didn't get in.
Well, no. If I had really smart kids that scored well on their SATs, was like 4.4, I'd probably be really pissed off too. But that's not my life. And I'd probably be suing somebody. So
let me tell you something. Your kids got a high SAT score and got a 4.4, which I thought there was only a 4.0.
Well, see, if you don't know. But if you take AP classes, you can really get up to like a 4.2.
So let me tell you something. If your kid has a 4.4 and has a high SAT score, they're going to be okay in life. You know that, right? If they that smart, they're going to be okay. Just because they didn't get into USC, wherever they got into, they're going to land on their feet.
Okay,
Trust.
So listen,
believe.
I met a valedictorian that graduated from one of the private schools here, working in Macy's. She went to college and she dropped out, working at Macy's at the cosmetic counter, and she seemed really very happy. So I don't know necessarily you go to a good college means you know what I mean, or you're the smartest, or you're this or that. It means that people just have different.
There's exceptions.
People are not hustlers.
There's exceptions to every rule. I mean, it's not like there's a blanket. But every kid that I grew up with, they got straight A's. Is productive members of society right now.
Right.
So I just think when you're smart and you got it like that, you just got it like that. You'll be okay because you didn't get into USC.
Right.
But stop acting like these parents want to sue the university and sue these parents because their kid didn't get in because of that. You know how big USC is? Isn't that where the scandal happened?
Well, that's one of them. UCLA. They got kids at UCLA. They're
it's going to keep going on.
And it's like
it ain't no different than every big college program, college football, college basketball. Whenever they talk about, oh, they paid this kid that, they all doing it. We all know they doing it. You know, everybody. Let me tell you, every major college program that is like, I don't care, Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Florida State, all of them. There's always boosters doing something to help the kids out under the table. And it's no different, you know? That's just what it is.
Well, I just think it's people's nature to look for the hookup, whether it's your buddy passes. Some of y'all know what those are. You know, whether in lending, I'm going to tell you this, in real estate and lending, is a lot of hookup going on. Whether it's, you know, your real estate agent telling about a property that's about to come on the market, that hasn't even come on the market. I mean, it's hookup all around you.
Do real estate agents like really fuck people to get them to buy the house? Like,
oh, not mine.
That's been like the rumor.
And not mine. No.
That's the rumor.
Really? That sound like
you want this house? I do want it.
That sound like some rapper, basketball, sport athlete
house.
Thing.
Mm.
Really?
Look
how bad you want it?
Look how big this bedroom is.
What?
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Sign these escrow papers.
No, I've not heard of that.
I have.
Really?
That was the rumor.
Huh.
I don't know.
Okay.
You in the business.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Okay, I want to say something else.
Go ahead. You've been talking the whole podcast.
Okay, so, and this is serious for me. This is what I realized. I am a slave to my hair. I didn't realize my hair was so important to me because I've always had very long, thick hair. So I got a weave and I loved the weave. And I had the weave for like, I don't know, 2 years. 2 years?
Nah, like 5.
It wasn't 5 years.
Bullshit.
Maybe
5.
3. Let's compromise. Maybe 3 years.
Let me call Claudia Jordan. Claudia Jordan is the one that hooked you up with Tosh, your hairdresser.
Who I love, who's fucking awesome, seriously.
Again, I was not done.
Oh, you said her name. I just wanted to let her know.
Just go.
Go ahead. No, it has not been 5 years.
Just go.
Okay.
It's been well over 5, by the way.
It has not. Okay, I have to look at the pictures. I think it's been about 2 or 3.
Think Like a Man. It was right after Think Like a Man, which is 2012.
Oh. So Gary wanted me to get the
6,
weave out. I got the weave out.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting to know my hair now. So this is why it's like always up. We're still getting to know each other.
Your baby hair is on point though.
Stop it. And I don't know the products to use anymore. And so when I was getting the weave out, I saw this super cute picture, this like kind of short to your like shoulders haircut on the wall. And I was like, I want that. Let's just say it didn't work out for me quite the way I saw it on the picture. So it's just, I hate it. And if it wasn't for Gary and Gary not wanting me to have a weave, I'd have another weave. So if
like your hair like that.
If this was the first date with me and my hair,
yeah, I like it.
It would not be a second date.
Why?
I
think it's cool because you and Kenny now wear your hair the same. You both got the little bob in the back.
So
you know what I mean?
It's growing, so it's long, but it needs to get thicker. And I'm still looking for the right products for it. And
I can pull it. Not without that.
So anyways, it's really stressing me out. It's really stressing me out.
I like it. Your head is not very big.
My face is breaking out. I think because I'm so stressed about this fucking hair.
Oh, you got a small head though. So sometimes your weave was too big. I was like, it looked unproportional. I couldn't stand it when you got them bangs in the front.
Oh, I love the bangs.
Fucking hated that shit.
I love the bangs.
Too big for your head.
I love the bangs.
You got a small head. Like the bangs may look like you just had this.
How small? Like
you know what it is?
Wrong with me small?
No, it's one time when we first started dating, you had a roommate named Iris. And you had a Honda Accord. I'll never forget, I was in Fresno, California. I had a show. And you came in the day of the show. And for some reason, we were past each other on the road. And you had this little Honda Accord. And you were driving, and Iris was in the passenger seat, and her head was so fucking big, and your head was so fucking small, and it just looked like somebody just took Iris's head and like put an air pump and pumped it up, and you both were just smiling and shit, and I go, God damn, they heads is completely different sizes, and I don't know if it's
like this big circle here. In my head, I guess.
I don't know if your head was small or hers was big, but it was the opposite ends of the spectrum.
No,
it was like that picture of Manute Bol and Spud Webb. It was just like one extreme to the next. And ever since then, I go, God damn, your head's small. But I think Iris had a big head too.
Oh, rest in peace, Iris.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why would you even say that?
Because she is passed on. Isn't that what you're supposed to say?
Fucking knew that.
Well, now they do. I mean, I think that when you talk about somebody that's passed on, isn't that what you're supposed to say? Like,
no.
Give some sort of homage?
No.
Homage?
No.
What is it, homage?
I don't know.
Homage?
Man. Anything else you want to talk about, Kenya? So you just took this motherfucker over.
Sorry, Gary. No. 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 Sorry.
I love you, but man, you was cutting me off this episode. And a couple of weeks ago, I apologized because I felt like I was rude because I kept being short with you. But I just was looking at you today like this. I'm not done talking.
You know when you're sleepy and you're just functioning and you just get like so slap silly. I think that's where it is. So I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Nah. I felt like I smoked a doobie this podcast because I've been real just
I feel like I need
back.
one.
I've been real laid back this podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you glad I'm here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is amazing. So happy you came on with me and just completely cut off all my stories.
Sorry. You told some really good ones. I apologize.
It's fine.
I apologize to the kingdom.
It's fine. And here's the funny part. She won't talk to me the rest of the day. She will be in her own world. I got this phone call. When I'm ready to talk, she ain't got time. But we get on this fucking podcast, this motherfucker will go. I've created a monster between you and my dad. Good Lord.
Love you.
You still talking. Just shh. I gotta give I literally at one point, I don't know if you realize it.
Give me a clue.
If you watch it back on YouTube, I grabbed your wrist at one point because you were going. I went, stop. I'm not doing my story.
I thought, remember when I was telling you how soft I am? Touch me. I thought he was trying to see how soft I am. So you were going and
I went, I'm not done talking about this story. So I grabbed your wrist like this.
So soft.
Like you're my wife, but if you went, I'd be like, shut the fuck up, bitch. That's not what I would say, but I was like this. I'm not done talking.
See,
and my problem is if I don't get my story out, I lose my train of thought and I don't know where I was at in the story. So if you come in, I'm like this, I forgot what I was talking about. I did it on stage a lot. I'll be in a joke and then I'll just see something funny happen in the front row and I'll start talking and I'll be asking the audience, what was I talking about before I start talking about this couple in the front? I do that a lot, man. I don't know. The ADHD kicks in. All right. Well, listen, everybody. This is another episode of the GetSome podcast. Actually, this was Kenya. She took this motherfucker over this week. Good Lord. Now watch. We ain't going to talk again until next week.
I need a nap. I'm sorry.
Nah, I still love you.
I love you too.
All right, y'all. This is Gary Owen with the GetSome podcast.
If you want to listen to my podcast, just go to iTunes, search Gary Owen, #GetSome.